What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another series of the Alien RPG game. The series where I'm looking at sections of the core rulebook. Now, we're on section 7, which is called A Hard Life Amongst the Stars. And man, I thought the last section was big. This one's really big. It's a massive section, and again we start with another quote. I love these quotes, I really do. It's by Peter Wayland, and it says, "There are other worlds than this one, and if there is no air to breathe, we will simply have to make it." Brilliant, I love it. Okay, alright then, so Hard Life Amongst the Stars talks about a lot of things. It goes into traveling faster than light, the hypersleep thing. There's a few tables to roll that you can roll on neurological disorders, charted space, living in space towns, spaceships and space stations. Now that's quite important because they're going to play a pivotal part of any game. And it talks about Anchor Point Station, which is probably the most famous one in this universe. But there's another one, Arceon, like Arceon, Arceon, that's how I pronounce it. Dubbed the Wooden Planet by space truckers, Arceon is a strange station. Originally an old class V habitation sphere, the mile-wide Arceon was repurposed as a monastery for a reclusive technophobic monastic order. All metallic areas within and without were covered with wood, and all structures within the sphere, an abbey, libraries, communal baths, reservoirs, and even the massive glassworks are wooden and archaic in nature. And then it goes into it a bit more and talks about that. So that's really cool. Talks about deep space colonies, living quarters, money and how that works in the game, which is important, especially if you're like space truckers and you're trying to earn a living, sort of thing. The communications, the different types of job you can get, the media and entertainment. Talks about religion, law enforcement. As you can tell, this section really is massive. Then it goes into spacecraft basics. Now this is quite important. It's got a really cool space combat system. Is that the right word? Yeah. Which I'll go into in another video, but it's one of the coolest space combat systems I've come across, and it's really good. Talks a little bit about that, the attributes of the spaceships, talking about your own ship and the prices of them. They are absolutely astronomically expensive. The different modules you can buy for your ship to make it, really unique. And then it goes into one of the classic spacecrafts, like little maps to it. And here we are, the offensive armaments, defensive armaments, there's upgrades, the maintenance, different class of ships and shuttles, and a various number, like the Bison, of course, which I believe, the Nostromo was a Bison class ship. So yeah, these frigates, space combat. Then we have the section on space combat, which is in section 7, Hard Life Amongst the Stars. The zones, the crew positions, the initiative, the turns, it's all there. And I think it's probably, it really is a huge, very important section of the book. Make sure you pay particular attention to this part. The pilot actions, the damage, the hull damage, the engineer actions, the girder actions, the component damage, the ship armor. More tables to roll on for combat and repairs, and the list goes on. It really does. And that's it. As if that wasn't enough. So that is section 7, A Hard Life Amongst the Stars. In the next video we'll look at section 8, which is your job as game mother, because in this game You're not a game master, you're a game mother, which is quite unique as well. So that brings me to the end of this video, my friends. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these. It really is a very thematic and atmospheric game. You don't need a huge number of players to have a good game with this. I'd say, you know, 3 or 4, you can have a really cracking game with this. I've yet to actually play it with a group, but I'm hoping that will change once, you know, restrictions are kind of lifted, because this was kindly sent to me by my friend anyway to look at, and because he thought this could be a cool game for us as a group to play, and I agree with him. It really is, because we're all of the same similar sort of age, we like the same stuff, we came from the same era, so Alien has a special place in our hearts, and so we are very up for playing this game. So I'm enjoying going through the core rulebook. That's section 7 anyway. Thanks ever so much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.